What is good, everybody? What is good? What is good? Make sure they can hear me first, big dog. Let me see. Let me
Ah,
see. Let me see. Yeah, I hear it. There it is. What's up, everybody? The ninja, my dog. What's up with you, baby? Allow everybody come on in here. What's good? What's up, Mama T? How you doing over there on Facebook, on YouTube? Come on in. Hopefully my stream is good. It was been acting all haywire. I apologize if it is, but I got my dog Billy the Kid. Billy the Kid has been a little bit wild. We had some stuff going on. You had some stuff going on doing your shows over there with Walt and all those guys with Best for
right.
Business, but he's back over here with myself, and we're going to talk some Cowboys football because there's a lot of things going on in a short period of time with these Cowboys. But what's good? What's good with you, man?
Man, I'm good, man. Glad to be back, ready to roll, man. It's been a long time. A lot of stuff, like you said, going on with the Cowboys. Let's get to it.
Yeah, a lot of stuff's going on, and I'm gonna give a few shout outs. What's up, Zaire Jacobs, Mark Anthony? Keep on coming in the building. Sean, giving you shout outs as we go. But hey, we're jumping in here obviously because there was a game. Cowboys lost. You know, we had the show about yesterday. What's up, everybody? Keep on coming on in. But obviously, we're jumping on here today. D Law. Already some injury front. We saw with Zach Martin out with the COVID. Now, then, when Zach Martin comes back, now you have Randy Gregory. Possibly he might be out unless he has two negative tests before Sunday. We don't know if that's going to happen. We lost. They had a big loss to Michael Gallup, who's out 3 to 5 weeks with the calf injury. They put him on a short-term IR. It's him because he's in his contract, and then now a huge blow from the Cowboys side as well. DeMarcus Lawrence has a broken foot. He's out 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah,
They're gonna have to do some other things. So, what's your kind of thoughts on that, right quick?
man, it's a really tough time, man. You hate to know. We know injuries are part of the game, but Jesus Christ, why hit the Cowboys so hard so early, man? Jesus, they got through training camp, okay, and bam, sure enough. And these are key players, aren't just some bottom of the roster guys. These are guys you're depending on coming into the season. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the thing is, I seen Blue Silver says Olivia Vernon. See me, and I see my dog Law bring that up. Me, what's up, Craig English? I'm personally, I don't. I guess you could go after these old guys that are out there. But me personally, I'm cool on that. I seen my guy Bobby Belt, and I said this earlier. I was frustrated when they kept. I like the Kamara kid, but I didn't think that he was better than what Rondell Carter was doing because Rondell Carter was leading the team in pressures, hurries, and he was showing. They sent him. They got a lot of money for. They put a lot of money out on for him as an undrafted rookie free agent. He got frustrated because he couldn't play. He went to Indianapolis because they had the pipeline with Eberflus. That didn't work out. Cowboys got a gift and got him back. Then he shows you a lot of stuff in the preseason.
Right?
He shows you upside. Then you cut him for Kamara, who's not going to probably play no time soon. Then he goes over to the Arizona practice squad. So now, from what I heard from Bobby Belt, he said it'd be good to them try to reach out. I don't know if you can snag people from practice squads and things of that nature, but to
Mm-hmm.
me, I don't want the old guys. I want the guy that you was trying to invest in, the Rondell Carter. You got Bradley at 9. Hey, you got to see what he can do. You got Terrell Basham in free agency. Let's see what you can do. I mean, people are frustrated, like, oh, Stephen Jones always gonna say we happy with our guys, but you got these guys for a reason, just like you said with Terrence Steele. So I guess you better
Yep.
let them play too, right?
Gotta let them go. Yep. Gotta let them go. Interesting. Like you said, that I want us to do from that defensive end. I'm hearing everything from dropping Micah Parsons over there, even letting Jalen Smith rush off the edge. I'm hearing all different types of stuff right now. I guess it's just that time where we're going to have to look into that and see what's going on. But they got to figure out something, figure it out pretty quick, man. The game is here on Sunday.
Yeah, the game is here on Sunday, and I feel like I said, guys are just going to have to step up. I seen that they were talking about as well, and Michael Parsons was coming off the edge. They were already sending him up
Right.
the middle, so you can already see there's probably going to be more of that. I was listening to my dog Jeff Kavanaugh. He mentioned some more and then you activate last game. You activated, um, you hadn't had him activated, so this is a time so you can possibly see a Jabril Cox as well. What's your thoughts about possibly activating a Jabril Cox for this San Diego Chargers game? Would that be too soon for you?
No, not at all. I don't think it could be soon enough, to be honest, man. He showed us flashes in the preseason. I think Jabril Cox. My whole thing is, what are we waiting on? I mean, there's no rule book on how to do this. There is nothing. Rookies shouldn't contribute until week 8. Let them out there play, man. You got young dogs out there, man. They're fresh. They're ready to go. Let them run. Let them play, man. That's my whole take on it.
Yeah, definitely let him run. Hold on one second. See if we come back. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that, y'all. We went out a little bit and came back. Apologize about that. But yeah, I mean, looking at the Chargers, I mean, it's going to be a tough matchup. I think we already were talking about, and it's all kind of stuff going on with the Cowboys. It went from
Yeah.
just worrying about Dak and his shoulder and is he going to be okay? Everything seemed on that front, but Dak seems to be okay. Now you got the situation with the offensive line. Zach Martin comes back. Zach Martin is saying, hey, you know what? I'll do whatever for the team, but I'm a guard.
Right.
And y'all got tackles out there. And the only reason why I went out there before is because everybody was hurt. Now you don't have everybody hurt. You need to roll with your guys. So I'm going to get your opinion on this right quick because I know we might be all over the place. What's up? How you doing? But just on this thought, because I was thinking this right quick, and I want to get your thoughts. I
Sure.
was thinking, you know what? I said Zach Martin for one game. I feel like you should do it. You ain't got to go every game. We know you're a right guard. That's where your spot is. But one game you might do it. But then I got to thinking, like, if Zach Martin was thinking, like, hold up, Connor McGovern looked good at right guard against these big boys. If he plays good again at right guard, maybe Zach Martin is saying with La'el Collins having that stuff that's acting up, you don't know his future. I mean,
Right.
all kind of things could happen. They could say, well, you know what? We like you at right tackle. Connor McGovern goes here at right guard, and then we could keep a Connor Williams and sign him to a 3 or 4 year deal and keep him at left guard. And we got our line we set, and maybe we
Right.
can
We're
draft.
set.
You get
Right.
you get what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
So I'm
Yep.
thinking in my head, Zach Martin was like, nah, y'all ain't gonna do me like that. Y'all ain't gonna be kicking me out at tackle all the time because I can do it. I'm staying here at guard. And I think maybe that's the bulk. What do you feel about that? And what about the coach saying, we're the coach and you're the player. You need to play in that spot. What's your thoughts about everything I'm just kind of saying? I know it's a lot.
Well, no, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. Now I tend to side with Zach Martin a little bit here, man. He's an All-Pro guard, Hall of Fame bound for sure. Uh, I understand. I think Zach Martin is the type of guy that will do what's best for the team in a pinch. But like you said, the Cowboys have, for all purposes, what we're understanding, like they got plans to kick over there. He is the contingency plan, assuming La'el Collins is not available. And like you said, Connor McGovern has shown and proven that he can play on the inside of that offense. If it was me, well, let's go to the coaches. The coaches are the coaches. They need to make decisions that are going to ultimately be best for the team. Sometimes that's going to create a little conflict within the player. Hopefully, it's not a big deal. But I like to think Zach Martin will be a team guy. And if he's moved to the outside to help this team do what it needs to do up front, because ultimately we know what it is, man. We got the $40 million man back there, big game. We got to make sure he's protected at all costs. So it's no time to worry about egos and where you play, where the coaches need to put you and what's going to keep that line together to ultimately protect number 4. That's what's going to happen. That's what needs to happen.
And see, I think the majority of us feel that way. And as I said before, I think this might be a situation where Zach is like, I don't want y'all to try to permanently try to kick me out there because y'all know I can play it. So I can
Right.
understand where the player is coming from.
Sure.
But I think just the biggest thing with me is maybe if you just had a regular quarterback, just my opinion, maybe if you just had a regular quarterback, or you had maybe you weren't sold on your quarterback, maybe, and I'm not saying you get your quarterback killed, but maybe it's like, okay, that's a little different. But you got Dak Prescott, who's coming off an injury, and I seen the plays where he was stressing that young offensive tackle, Cosmy, I believe his last name is, from
Mhm.
Texas, second round draft pick for the Washington football team. He was a pretty good player in college, and they were putting him on an island. And Joey Bosa is relentless, and he kept coming after him. There was a few times where he got past him, and he was at the feet of Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Right.
I don't care. I mean, I don't hate on Terrence Steele, but he was undrafted for a reason.
Right. True. True.
There was a reason why he was undrafted. And yes, even though he's trained and got better, this is what I'm going to continue to bring up. You got better toward the end of the year. You come into the preseason, you're playing against guys that are probably not going to make this roster, but you are playing against guys that are going to play hard and go after you. Your rating in the preseason was like a 55
Mm.
overall per Pro Football Focus. You gave up 6 pressures. You gave up
Yeah.
2 sacks. You gave up 2 hurries. You gave up those things to not a Boza. So my thing is, if that was happening in the preseason, why
Yeah.
is it not going to happen in the regular season? So okay, let's slide protection. Let's get the ball out quick. But at the end of the day, I feel like that's going to stress the offense and maybe throw the
Yeah.
offense out of whack, and then maybe the
Yeah.
offense can't perform all the way it wants to. Because on your right side, don't tell me Dak Prescott ain't gonna have his eye on that right side where Terrence Steele is. If I'm Dak Prescott and I'm
Yeah.
playing NFL football and I come up to the line of scrimmage, I'm gonna look to my right and make sure Terrence Steele is doing it. I don't care. That's real.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Oh, it absolutely is real.
We asking the audience, would y'all feel that way if y'all came up to the line of scrimmage, y'all play sports, and one guy is possibly the weak link on the team? You're not going to come to the line of scrimmage and be looking. It's not going to probably throw you off your game that you keep peeking over there. Not that you want to, not that you're scared, but this guy might give it up, and you're going against Bosa. You're not going to think that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean they're going to have to do something. It's obvious they're going to slide protection. You'll probably see Zeke slide out there and chip all evening. This comes at the worst time, and because you're getting a premier pass rusher coming into your that you're going to play against. It's not like you're going up against some water boy type dude. This is a guy who has proven and shown that he can get after the quarterback against the elite tackles. Terrence Steele is going to have his hands full. They're going to have slide protection to help him out. If you're Dak Prescott, you're definitely going to have your eyes on what's going on. That ball's got to get out there quick. I mean, ASAP.
Right. I mean, and here's the thing. The good thing about it was Dak Prescott, he didn't throw a lot of deep balls. I think he threw like 5 deep balls. He was between 19 yards and below. That's where a lot of his big chunk of his yardage, I believe, was between 10 and the 19-yard range. So he was a killing
Right.
in the middle of that field and the outs, quick
Yeah,
digs and things of
intermediate
that
pass.
nature. Right. The only thing that's hurt now though is that you don't have a Michael Gallup. So there's stress on both sides of the ball. You don't have your Michael Gallup, who, yes, you got your dog CeeDee Lamb and your dog Amari Cooper, but missing a Michael Gallup because he was showing up. I think one drive he had 3 straight catches, got him to that end zone where you got a CeeDee Lamb making a play. So Michael Gallup is critical. Blake Jarwin, Dalton Schultz, they got
Dalton
to be correct.
Schultz, yeah.
But do you got a slide protection with the tight end to stay in and block now because you got to help a Terrence Steele? You can hit Ezekiel Elliott or Tony Pollard. They got a couple passes to Tony Pollard because we saw he was a receiver. He got a couple passes. But once again, is it going to be a lot of passes behind the line of scrimmage? How's it going to work? So it's really going to be kind of the offensive line is going to have to really, because we saw last week, Billy, that the running game was non-existent.
Yeah.
I know you don't need to force feed it, but Antonio Gibson got 95 yards. They got a total of 137 on the ground with Washington football team. Antonio Gibson averaged 4.5 yards a carry. I know Ezekiel Elliott is still pretty good. Tony Pollard is there. The offensive line got to step up, and they got to create some running lanes because Beatis struggled. They got to create some running lanes. Not saying you got to
Yeah.
force feed and get predictable, but the running game got to get going a little bit in this San Diego game. Still throw the ball, but it's got to get going a little bit because of what you see in Terrence Steele and Mike being out.
Well, one thing I'll say, big game is, man, when it comes down to your offense and you have sketchy pass blocking, be it Terrence Steele or whoever, the best way you can help that offensive line is by running that ball. Let your offensive lineman come off that ball and maul your defenders. That's old school football, big game. I know you know all about it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, come off that line of scrimmage, get to driving people, moving them off the line of scrimmage. That's the way you build confidence. Pass protection comes after that. My concern is that the Cowboys and Kellen Moore, they have the potential to do it backwards. They want to come out, throw the ball all around the yard first. That can't be the case. Come out, establish an identity in this game early and often. 21, 21, 21, 20, 21, 21, 20, however you want to do it. It needs to be a steady dose of the run. Let them get a rhythm going. Let your offensive linemen start feeling good about it themselves. Let's play action off of it, and then let's mix it up. Let's get balanced out there this week.
Yeah, like I said, it's gonna have to be quick passing. I think Dak had like 9 passes, behind the line of scrimmage, so that was a lot of quick dump offs. They were doing a lot of quick
Yeah,
bubble screens with CeeDee Lamb
yeah,
trying to get the yards after catch. Use that middle of the field if it's going to be there with Dalton Schultz if you can get those quick passing
absolutely.
game. But this definitely got to be a game where the running game's got to be a little bit more involved. I feel like you got to go according to matchups, but San Diego didn't have the greatest run defense last year. They lost Melvin Ingram. He's over with the Steelers. I know they got Linval Joseph over there now, but he's not the Linval Joseph of old. They got Medobike, I think, and they also got the kid that was with I was talking about him, Christian Covington, that used to
Yeah,
play with us. I think he's on
yeah.
their squad too. So they
Mm-hmm.
don't have a formidable defensive front. They
Right,
got Boza and they got some other good parts. But even in the secondary, this is a team. It's not like the San Diego Chargers went over there and beat up the Washington football team. It's not like
right,
they blew them out. Ryan Fitzpatrick is not the greatest quarterback to me, but he's definitely serviceable. He got
right.
taken out the game. The Hitchkey kid, if that's how you say it, came in and
Heineke
played
or
at
whatever his name is.
Heineke.
Yeah.
Heineke. I'll take a Heineken right now, but he played admirably for what they did. And the Chargers didn't win into the last minute of the game, even with
True,
Herbert playing great. So that's
true.
what I can look at. That even though you're going to probably miss a Randy Gregory, you're losing D Law. You're probably going to have a Randy Gregory out. But at the end of the day, the Chargers, they got a lot of weapons, but they still didn't just destroy the Washington football team, and it had to come out to the end. So that's what makes me feel good that the Cowboys, even though you have these dire things on both sides of the field or on both
Right,
sides of the ball, you still can come out and win this game because it's not like the Chargers are Super Bowl bound team.
right. But you know what? The thing that scares me about this game, anything, there are no expectations for the Chargers. The Chargers, like you said, they're not supposed to win anything. They're playing free. They're playing with what they say, house money, man. What is there for them to lose? They're going to come out, play free, play loose. It's an opportunity to play the Dallas Cowboys. They'll come out there, they'll give it their all. Cowboys are to wake up and be ready for this game. This is not something we just walk in on and expect to be done and over with the win. That's
Mhm.
not the setup.
Yeah, it's definitely not set up. And like I said, this is a game I still don't feel. I don't, in my personal opinion, I'm gonna get the. I want to get the vibe of the people in the chat today. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's continue to get those likes up. Remember, you can be in there, and sometimes you won't be. Uh, in there thinking, man, I gotta throw that like up. Hit that like button. Don't forget to do it because it don't cost no money. So don't forget to hit that like button on the YouTube page and make sure you share it on Facebook all the way around if you'd like to do that
Yep.
as well. But what going into this, I don't feel bad. I want to get the pulse of the people in the chat. How do y'all feel going in this Chargers game? You got Michael Gallup out. Terrence Steele, Nashevsky probably going to play the tackle position. You
Yep.
got DeMarcus Lawrence out. Randy Gregory is possibly out. But at the end of the day, how do you feel about the team? Because I, for some reason, feel like Cowboys gonna win this game. And I didn't feel like they were gonna win against the Bucks. I didn't jump out there and give no score predictions, but I didn't jump out there because I didn't feel like we were gonna beat the Bucks. I just didn't. I just wasn't no slight against the Cowboys. Nobody was scared against the Bucks. I just felt like they had more cohesion than us, and we still banged with them. So that made me feel good. I don't have the worried feeling about the Chargers, um, even with the injuries and things going on with Dallas. Cowboys can still win this game, man. Even
Absolutely.
out there, the Cowboys can win this game.
Yeah.
Let's have some faith in this is definitely a game.
Well,
The Cowboys game.
yeah, it's definitely a game that we can win. I'm interested to see how it's going to play out. I think I can say the Cowboys playing up there. There's going to be a lot of Cowboys fans. It's going to basically be a home game. You know how that is when we travel. They've just got to come out with that mentality. Hey, we cannot lose this football game. You're going to have challenges and adversity throughout the season. I don't mean to sound like Jason Garrett. He was the king of adversity and challenges and that whole thing. But it's the truth. You're going to face it. So they just got to be prepared, man. Get out there. You got Dak. You got Zeke.
Sorry about that. I lost the connection right quick. I'm gonna bring Billy the Kid back. I apologize about that. Connection was going bad. I'm gonna have to have him go out and come back in. So hold on one second while I do that. But give me some questions while I'm waiting on that right now. Seeing my dog brought up Taco Charlton as well. Um, give me one second. So we'll see if he comes back. But yeah, I think my dog BJ Nix brought that up as well about Taco Charlton. What's your thoughts? I mean, Taco, it wouldn't be bad. It'd be a rebirth for Taco. It would be cheap, and maybe he can come back with a vengeance, saying, "Hey, y'all, nobody like me then. Maybe I come back, be quiet, head down, and get to work." I wouldn't be totally tripping off of that. But like I said, I like the Rondell Carter thing. You got Bradley at 9. I didn't really see a lot coming off that edge. He was getting stoned pretty easily that I saw, but that doesn't mean anything. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna see if my guy's coming back in. I hear a lot of y'all asking for Olivia uh, Vernon. Like I said, I'm cool on that. A lot of y'all people just don't want them, huh? Let me see. You back, big dog?
Back, man. Back.
Okay, apologize about that. Like I said, connection's kind of weird, but
It's all
a
good.
lot. Some people brought up my guy BJ Nix brought up Taco Chart. I'm asking some people in the building. They're asking for Olivia Vernon. Um, I don't know, but let me get a couple questions and let's see. Some people ask some questions. About this. This is from my dog Lee Norman. What's up with you, Lee? He says, "Do you think CD will eat a lot against the Chargers?" I definitely feel like this is a game that he can definitely eat against the Chargers. One of the reasons why I say something like that is because he's going to be going against a young guy. They got Chris Harris over there, I believe. So he's
Mhm.
probably going to go against Amari Cooper. They also got the young rook who I liked a lot. And that's Asante Samuel Jr. I
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
him over. I wanted him over Kelvin Joseph. Listen, don't jump on me because I said that. I ain't hating on no Kelvin Joseph. I said I wanted Asante Samuel Jr. because I just felt like he was more pro ready. Joseph had the better athletic traits than Samuel, but I felt like Samuel was more pro ready right now. We're
Absolutely.
gonna
I would have agreed
we're
with that.
you feel me? We're gonna find
Yeah.
out with that. But I still feel like Amari Cooper, because Sante, as good as I think he is as a rookie, he's still a rookie. And I think Lamb can get the best of him. And then they got a safety, Nasir Adderley. He didn't play the best, took some bad angles, wasn't, they even in their publications, they said he struggled. He could be a link that he could be attacked. So if you're asking me, Lee Norman, yes, I definitely think CD Lamb and Amari Cooper can eat, especially if you can keep Boza in check. I
Yeah.
definitely feel like this is a game where Dallas can throw the ball around.
Yeah. Uh, I think CD Lamb can eat anytime he wants to, man. I just think he's that damn good, big game. I understand a lot of people don't want to douse him with the anointing oil yet, man, but I just think the kid got it, man. I think he's got something special. He's got to clean up those drops, the simple passes. That's when we know that's when we will actually know the CeeDee Lamb has arrived. When he's making the routine catches, because he makes all the highlight catches, the spectacular one-hand toe drags, but a simple slant, he's liable to drop it. We can't have that. Once he gets that together, I think he'll be good. But there'll be opportunities all over the field, assuming we can block him up in front of Dak. I think Dak should have a big game against these guys. And if you get that running game going, man, that's just going to open it up. CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper, if we get that running game open, that's going to provide a lot of one-on-one opportunities. I'll take my guys against anybody in one-on-ones. That's just me.
Yeah, and I feel you as well. I want to look at a few things because we're talking about. I think I'm gonna get another question in right here from my guy Jay Lombardi. He says, "Big game, James, and this is to you too, Billy. Do you think Zach Martin will step up and say he'll take the role as tackle for the good of the team? I don't think he will do that for a long period of time, not like whole year. No, maybe I think he may do it this game if it, but the way it's sounding is that he just really is not trying to do it at all. And he's like, you got two healthy tackles, roll with them, and just if all I feel like Zach is like, if all else fails with them, if they are just trash and terrible, then I'll move over. But he basically saying get him a chance. So I don't think he touching that tackle until it just looks terrible. That's just my opinion.
Well, here's the thing with that too, man. I mean, Zach, come on, big dog. We got to have you out there, man, because we don't have time. We can't afford 2 or 3 weeks to find out that they're trash and terrible. We got to go right now. So it's a tough situation. I think Zach has built up the right type of stuff, man. I think he's a high character guy. I believe he's there for the team. I think he's actually one of the team leaders, really. And as a team leader, you do what's necessary to help your team and give them the best opportunity. But it is on the Cowboys and that coaching staff. You got to get Terrence Steele and those guys coached up. If that's what you're going to – you gave them a roster spot for a reason. In case of an injury or something that happened. It's happened. Whether we wanted to or not, it happened. Get these guys out there, get them coached up. You got a whole week to get them lined up, get them ready to play. And that's the only way we're going to find out what we have. We can't just go to Zach Martin and ask him to, hey, jump out the right tackle now just because this guy's injured. No. You've got to let these guys play and develop. That's the only way we're going to find out if we have something. That's the only way.
Well, like I said, in my opinion, that's what's going to happen, and they're going to have to. That's what I feel like. Just hopefully those guys, Terrence Steele, hope something just comes out positive from that. Man, I'm gonna go to the next question, and that's my guy, DG Rosencutter, I believe. And he says, "Do you think CD will work the outside a little more this year?" Well, that's
Absolutely.
great that you asked that because I got a little receiving chart, and this is what happened in the last game because I know they wanted to try to get Michael Gallup more in the slot as well. But just in this last game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you had CeeDee Lamb was in the slot 22 times out of a total of 54 snaps. Amari Cooper had 62 pass snaps, and he had 23 times in the slot. Cedric Wilson, obviously 23 in the slot. But you saw right there, CeeDee Lamb, 22 in the slot. Amari Cooper, 22 in the slot. So I would think they would try to put more Lamb on the outside. He had 30 snaps on the outside. So you saw he was more on the outside than he was more in the slot. But now with Gallup going out, I think he might be more on the outside, and then you're going to see more of the Cedric Wilson jumping in there, and the Noah Brown will be active as well.
Right. I was actually it's interesting you brought that up, man. I thought old Simi would get in there. You know how big I was on him during the offseason. I mean, he didn't really.
He ain't ready for this life yet.
Yeah, I don't think so either, man. But I sure did. I sure was expecting to see him out there. But I like what they have, man. I mean, Michael Gallup being out is a huge loss. CD, I think, can play anywhere, whether it be inside, outside. That's what's great about him. Amari, the same. Let's just need to get some advantages on the offensive side of the ball from the receiving core. Uh, if CD Lamb is going to play on the inside, let's get him some favorable matchups. If you want to move him outside, I just think all the pieces are interchangeable. Find a way to utilize them, get the ball in their hands, and let's make plays. Let's go with that. That's the best move.
Best move, and I think they will. I think Kellen Moore, I like the way he game plans. People hate on Kellen Moore. I don't. I think he will find ways to do. Even though Dallas was 1-4 in the red zone, it was more so. We saw the play with Zeke. We saw it was more the Dallas Cowboys' fault than the play calling of Kellen Moore, why they didn't
Yeah.
score inside that 20-yard line. So I think that's a difference right there. And I got another question. This is from Jamal Cruz. Looks like he says, "What do you think they're going to do with Anthony Brown?" Nothing. I think they're going to keep him just where they're at. He played 65 snaps. He had 11 tackles. Dan Quinn, kind of, didn't throw him under the bus or anything. Said the safety slipped. Jordan actually was Jordan Lewis who slipped in the safety. Damonte Casey kind of jumped his route, took the underneath, and then, Anthony Brown was
Yeah.
trailing, and Antonio Brown did the quick stutter step on him and dipped on him. We know what Anthony Brown is. I mean, let's be honest. We already know what Anthony Brown is, but Kelvin Joseph is still out on IR. We don't know if they're going to give the young boy Nashawn Wright any tick yet because it's. I mean, you got him for a reason. He looked okay. We got Morris Kennedy. He only had 2 snaps, 2 whole snaps, and he looked good in camp as well. So I don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to bench him? I think it has to be another game where he's just not good. But you're
Yeah.
going against Mike Williams, who's a big receiver, and he's
Big
looking like
physical.
more their number one. They're trying to focus him as the number one. Keenan Allen, I said it before, he had 28 snaps in the slot. He is devastating. And I feel like he is the one that's going to be a big problem, and keep an eye on Jared Cook. And they got Jalen Guyton. So as far as the question, Anthony Brown's going to be out there, and unless he just looks tragic, he's going to stay out there until these young guys get acclimated.
Yeah, I'm all for letting Nashawn Wright play, man. Anthony Brown gets one more week for me. If he's not doing it, man, I need to see the young guys because what are we wasting time for at this point? Like you said, we know what Anthony Brown is.
Right.
We need to find out what Nashawn Wright is. Boss man fat, we need him out there. We got to find out what we have in these young guys. We didn't draft them for no reason. Got to find out this year what we have.
Right. And I like what you're saying right there. What's up, Ernest? I like what you're saying right there. Like you drafted Nashawn Wright, and this is what I said before when I thought they reached for him. You got him in the 3rd round, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing: you got Ogadazua, you got Chauncey Golston. Shout out
Yeah.
to Jim Loss because that's his boy from Iowa. Shout out to you, dog. And then you got Nashawn Wright, all in that 3rd round. I said this: if you got all those guys in that top 100, those guys got to play somehow,
Yeah.
some way. And I
Yeah.
was wondering how they're going to play if you got these other guys. But you know what? They got to play. You draft them in the top 100. Nashawn Wright is one of your guys that y'all really felt good about. So, hey, like you said, I mean, the only way you get better is growing pains. The only way you get better is experience. You don't get better learning on the bench. You get better by actually playing and going through the fire. And it's not like Anthony Wright is like so great that you can say, well, no, we got to keep Anthony Brown out there. And we don't, no, you can definitely replace an Anthony Brown. He is very marginal of a player.
Yes.
They
Yes.
won't put Jordan Lewis out there. So why not throw your young guy, and why not throw a Kennedy out there? Because it's not like Maurice Kennedy hasn't played in the league. He was pretty decent with the Jets and the Baltimore Ravens.
Yep.
Why not give him a chance? What are we losing here?
Nothing. You're not losing anything. Again, you have young guys out there. We've been asking for a youth movement and productive players in the secondary. You won't know what you have unless you let these guys get out there and play in real meaningful moments. They need to get real meaningful downs, and it's time to do that. No more sitting around hoping for Anthony Brown and hoping for Jordan Lewis and thinking maybe they'll emerge. It is what it is. Point big game. We got to find out what it is, man. We got to find out.
Gotta find out and gotta find out fast because if you don't find out fast, things could go bad fast. I got a quick question. I think it's from Nick Munoz. Shout out to you, dog. Says, can we use Parson or Smith on the edge? Will that be effective? Well, they were actually using Parson off the edge in that Tampa game. They were using him with a lot of stunts with DeMarcus Lawrence. And I mean, that was looking great. I mean, you could see how, and this is what I was saying about Parsons, even though he didn't get a sack, it just seemed like the team was energized when they sent him on those blitzes or they sent him with pressure with Randy Gregory and DeMarcus Lawrence. But now you got those two elements gone. I definitely say you use him off the edge, send him up the middle, send him off the edge in these timely plays. Don't
Yeah,
get crazy with it because you're going to need him, but send him on timely plays as well as if you're talking about Jalen Smith. To me, you can't blitz Jalen Smith on the outside. Jalen Smith got to stay strictly in the middle. He's just a middle
yeah,
in the. He's just got to stay in the middle, and that's what we're gonna do. So you're gonna see any kind of blitz with a Jalen Smith, it's got to be in the middle. But to me, when I watched Jalen Smith, when people got their hands on him, he wasn't getting off those blocks. He wasn't. And I mean, he made a couple plays when they ran straight up the middle. When it wasn't a situation where you had to get kind of tricky, it was straight up the middle. That's when
right.
Jalen Smith can be effective. But if you're doing anything outside of that, I don't know how effective he is. Van Der Esch didn't look too bad either. So you got still some parts. You got Keon O'Neal. He didn't look too bad. Like we talked about, you got Jabril Cox. He's out there. Luke Gifford is still out there. So you got options. Malik Hooker, he may be activated this
Yeah,
week.
he's got to be.
Yeah, we got to see. We can see what happens with that. So basically, we've been talking this next man up. Cedric Wilson, Michael Gallup's out. Next man up. You got to step up. Noah Brown, you're probably going to be activated. Next man up. Guess
Yeah,
what? Terrell Basham, they got you for a reason. Bradley and Nye, they kept you on the squad. You didn't get to show anything last year. Now here's your chance,
your
right?
opportunity,
Everybody's
right?
been screaming for Bradley and Nye. Why are we going to go run to go get Olivier Vernon when everybody's been screaming for Bradley and Nye to show us something? Does
Yeah,
that make sense to you? Doesn't make sense to me because everybody's been screaming we want to see Bradley and not. So why would you go get a veteran off the street like Olivier Vernon, and that's going to take away what you can see from Bradley and not? You drafted him for a reason. Now it's time to see what he can do because now it's a
absolutely.
little bit of your evaluation period to see. Well, we're not probably going to keep him moving forward. That's what you can do, and this is your time to see it with your young guys. Chauncey Golston didn't get any kind of work. They said, I heard people saying he could be a young DeMarcus Lawrence. He has the almost exact same measurables and Chauncey Golston. Guess what? This is your time. We'll have to see. You
Yeah,
feel what I'm saying? This guy's got to
yeah,
step up. That's all it is. They have a bench for Billy. When you talk
yeah.
about great teams, it's not your 22. It's your
Right. It's the
44, your
guys behind it. Yep,
45. It's the
yep,
guys behind you, and that's what.
yep.
If those guys can hold it down, that's what makes you a championship team.
Well, so that's been the story of the Cowboys over the years, recent years that I can remember. Super top heavy in terms of the roster and your skill players. You have all that, but you don't have any depth behind them. So in the event that you lose a key receiver, a defensive tackle or whatever, then the team just goes to shit because you don't have anybody behind them. You got to do that, and you've told us all off season, hey, we're drafting these young guys. These young guys can really play. They can really play. Okay, it's a little premature, in my opinion, but it's football. Guys are going to get hurt. Guys are going to get sick. COVID is a real thing. It's happening. Guys are going to get opportunities. This is going to be more of a show and prove for the coaching staff. It's really on them. This is going to be a show and prove for the coaching staff. The young players, we know that they have raw physical talent. Can the coaching staff get the best out of a Osa Odigizua, out of a Nashawn Wright, out of a Quentin Bohanna? You know, can Luke Gifford and these guys, Bradley and I, these names that we just mentioned, can they step up? Have we coached them up to a point where these guys can feel confident playing an NFL game and go out and make plays and help contribute to overall team success? That's what we're going to find out over the next couple of weeks here.
Yep, and coaching staff's got to be big. Mike McCarthy, you got to be big. This has got to
Huge.
be not only the backup because, like I said, you're only good as it's not just your starters, it's your backups. We just said that they got to step up. But guess what, Mike McCarthy, you got to really coach this game because I said it. Mike McCarthy is on hot fish grease. Whether
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
agrees with me on that or not, in my opinion, I'm the first one to say I wanted Mike McCarthy. I'm not running away from that. I was jumping up and down. Let's get Mike McCarthy. Let's get Mike McCarthy. You need a veteran. You need to get the veteran. You need to get veteran. So I was screaming him. Last year I was disappointed, but it's your first year, COVID. But I'm not using that COVID excuse for Mike McCarthy. But you did have 14 season-ending injuries. Injuries are happening now, but they are part of the game. But like we said, you drafted those young rooks who you got to see. You can't always want to run and go grab a veteran
Right.
because somebody got hurt. You draft them young boys, get them out there and play. You sit you. There's a reason you like them, so get them out there and play, and maybe they may surprise you. But Mike McCarthy has to be the coach and say, okay, this guy's going to be activated. Okay, this guy's going to play here. Okay, this guy's going to do this. Okay, we're going to do this. As the coach, you need to make sure this is still good, and this is a game right
Yeah.
here, just like you just said, right quick, that the coaching can really get a lot
Yeah.
of doubt out of the people because they can go into the Charger land with all this bad stuff against them and pull out that victory. That's going to be good, not just with the players, I feel, in
Mhm.
my opinion, but it'll go farther for the staff
Yeah.
because I feel there's a little bit of doubt with Mike McCarthy. He's got to start showing some things right now, big dog.
I would agree with you 100%. And this is something that I stand by, man. I'll die on this hill. You can have talented players all you want to. Talented players make coaches look good, but damn good coaching makes average to below average guys, look a lot better than what they really are. And that's what we got to have. We got to have the best for McCarthy. Bones Fossil, I don't know what the hell they're doing out there special teams wise. That's got to get cleaned up. But it all ultimately falls on Mike McCarthy because this is your team. This is your baby. You got to get this thing in order and pull it together. We cannot get in a situation where we start looking at injuries and saying, oh, well, this happened, that happened. We're 0-2, we're 0-3. This wasn't in our favor. No. You have enough talent still on this football team as constructed right now on this day at 9:30 Central Time where I am. You got enough talent to still go out and win this football game. Find a way to go do it. There are no more excuses. Find a way to go do it. There's nothing else to say and or do. Win the football game. Period.
There it is. I mean, you heard it as we get ready to roll it on out of here. You heard what he just said. Find a way. You just got to
Just find
find
a
a way,
way.
Dallas.
Yeah.
You got to find a way to win this game, Dallas. We can't keep hearing this. We was close. It was almost there. We were right there. It's too many times in too many years. Dallas has been right there or been close but no cigar. Make the right decisions, and just like you said, and I think a lot of us been talking about it. Stop with the politics. Get the right people in there. You're the coach. You don't kind of see these things. You know, A Brown is this. You probably is. Do you think I seen Maurice Kennedy playing on the outside as well? Do you think A Brown is better than Maurice Kennedy? Do y'all really think that coaching staff? That's kind of weird if you really think that. Let's check it out and see. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you had Greg Zerline, maybe his reputation just preceded himself and you're running on rep because you keep on talking about Greg Delayed. Yeah, he kicked the one at the end, but you missed four critical points. I'm not gonna count that
Yeah,
big
he did.
60-yarder, but that big three you missed on that 30-yarder and the extra point, that was a momentum killer.
Yeah,
So
it is.
you're still here because of Bones Fossil, and Bones Fossil is like God in Dallas land. And I ain't hating on you because your special teams got better, but this got to be a clean game, folks.
Right.
Dallas won in the turnover battle. They won in the time of possession battle, but they still lost the game. So you got to stop having all these Dallas did this, Dallas did that, Dallas did this, but they still lost the game.
Yeah.
That's what we continue to hear too much in Dallas land. Man, they stopped them, they did this, they won this, but they still lost. They got to figure a way to get over the hump and win these close, critical games, or
Yeah.
it's going to be the same old thing, man. And it's looking and it's starting to rear its head smallly with little tiny things. And I'm hoping they clean this up.
Yeah, they got to nip it in the bud, nip it in the bud now. Right now.
Yeah. So,
For sure.
I mean, we're gonna see. In a few, and I want to get your thoughts on this one last thing before I get up out of here, big dog.
Mhm.
I just feel like You know me, I was on Baby Nuts Jones and the Joneses, and I've been on them for the last few years saying you ain't gonna win another Super Bowl under Jerry unless he do a few things. Now he said he was gonna put Jimmy Johnson in the ring of honor. That may have broke the curse because he might have said, you know what, I'm getting too old. I want this to happen. But when I hear Jerry Jones, and I know he's the general manager, I know he is, and I know he's so super involved in this his team. But when I hear Jerry Jones saying, "Oh, the starter is going to be Terrence Steele," and then Mike McCarthy is like, "I ain't trying to name the starter yet." You get
Right.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
do Mike McCarthy have the cojones or the big dogs to go over there and say, "Hey, Jerry, chill, I got this. Like, you brought me over here for a reason. Let me do this." I don't think Mike McCarthy comes at no Jerry Jones like that. You
I,
feel me? I don't think he does. And I feel like if that's not the way he can really come, he can really say that to you. And Jerry and them in the front, it looks like they're giving you all the control with the face, but in the background, they still doing all the strings.
yeah, they
It's
pulling
just gonna
everything.
be the same. It's still gonna be the same icky thing, and I don't want that to happen, folks, because we got too much talent. I don't want that to happen again with these Cowboys, man.
Absolutely. I totally get it, man. Jerry's always been that way though, man. Jerry's gonna go. He's the GM. He's gonna tell you, hey, this is what's going on. It reminds me of back when Felix Jones was on the team, and I forget what it was. Jerry came out and said Felix was gonna be the starter, and it was like, what? Like this broke before the coach had said anything. The coach didn't even know the statement had been made. Jerry's got to stop putting these guys in those situations. Mike's already under enough pressure as it is. Jerry's not helping him out by doing these type of things. But I don't think he does it maliciously. I
No,
just
I
think
don't
he's
think he
just,
does it. He
yeah,
just love his squad so bad, and he
he
just so
loves his
involved,
football
and
team. Yeah,
and
and
he just
he's
wants it.
going
He
to
wants
speak.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he just don't know how to chill. He just don't know how to be quiet. But just like my dog Ruglock said, I don't think Mike McCarthy's about that life. There's only been two people that have been about that life with Jerry, and that's been
and they
Jimmy
both
Johnson
gone.
and they both gone Bill Parcells. Them the only
Yeah,
two ones I know of that was about that life that could tell Jerry anything or say anything. Chill. Um.
yeah.
So, but I was thinking that you a vet and you had a little bit of rep, but maybe you just not really that strong, Mike McCarthy. So, I don't know,
Hey,
big dog.
only
We're
time
gonna
will tell,
see.
man.
We're gonna see. Today is Wednesday. Is Sunday is right around the corner, big
Yep.
dog. Do you? I don't do score predictions, but how do you feel about this game? What are your quick keys when as we head out of here? What's some of your quick keys to win this game?
Well, quick keys, man. They got to get off to a fast start. That's the first thing. That's in every game. Come out. I like to see my team score touchdowns on the opening drive. So like three things: Zeke, Pollard, Pollard, Zeke, Zeke, Pollard, Pollard, Zeke. I need to see some of that going on. I don't care how you do it, make it happen. I need good, strong offensive line play, and then the other thing that I'm going to need too, man. The Cowboys have to come out and play with a disposition. They've got to have a different disposition when they come out this week. It's got to be hard nosed. You let one away. Everyone around the NFL looked at the Cowboys after Thursday night and said, damn, this team might actually have something. Because from what I heard, we were supposed to get blown out. We didn't even deserve to be on the same field with those guys. You did everything you could to win that football game. Come out with that disposition and come out, hey, we're here to put the league on notice and actually do it. Actually do it. So come out, fast start, play with the disposition, play with the attitude, and also just add one more thing, man. When you get in the red zone, big game, we got touchdowns. We can't kick field goals. When you're in that red zone, you got to score touchdowns. That's what wins the
I don't got nothing to say with that. I agree with you 100% on everything you just said. The Cowboys, you need to score first. You need to score fast. You need to stop getting behind early, put the pressure on them and not have feel like you got to start getting out of your game plan because you're down 10 nothing or 14 nothing. Dallas, and
right.
especially when you're not at home, you need to get that crowd quiet real early and let them know. But the biggest thing, like you said, not just scoring touchdowns, but that middle part, that second one that you said, Dallas needs to come in with a disposition. Dallas
Yeah.
needs to really be coming with a nasty, mean attitude and say, so what that D Law's out? So what Randy Gregory's out? So what that Michael Gallup is out? So what? We're still going to come in and kick your butt. That's what it needs to really be the mantra. The guys really need to band together and say, so what? Yeah, there's a lot of people down this right now. Everybody think we're going to be 0-2 because we just lost the whole front defensive line. No, what we're going to do is we're going to come right in here. Well, they're doubting all of us right here, all of us in this stadium. They think this guy is out. They think this guy is out. They think that guy is out. So we just supposed to come down here and fold. What we're supposed to do is come down here and bust some heads. And that's what we need to do. We need to impose our will on this team right
Yeah,
now. And that's
yeah,
what needs to be a mantra. We need to be physical. We need to be physical every single play. And they need to know that. And they didn't know that from the first snap of the game. And if they come in with that type of attitude, then it'll be better. No excuses. Dallas, you can beat this team. You can go
yeah.
in and beat this team. This team ain't no unbeatable squad. This team is a young team, got a young quarterback. You got a young type coach. You got young things around there. So go in
Yeah.
there, mean business, come in there with a disposition, come in there. Don't come in there with this woe is me attitude. Don't come in there like, oh, we ain't got this player. Oh, we ain't got that player. You need to go in there like, so what? We don't got them. We still going to beat you.
Yeah, this is the game where your dogs have to show up. All the dogs that I mentioned earlier before the season started on the defensive side of the ball, even on the offense, you got to have guys in people's faces. This is one of those games where I really, really appreciate Dak Prescott being the quarterback of this football team because I don't think he's going to let them come out there and be lazy. They're going to come out there. He's going to set the tone. He's going to have those guys out there focused, leading by example, hopefully. And we just got to get out of there with the win. I don't care how it comes. Doesn't have to be pretty. Leave with the win. We got to find a way to keep wins going. We can't afford to sit on L's just because, guys, that's the way of football in the league. We got to have it.
Yeah, we definitely got to have it, and it got to have it now, and
Yeah.
it's got to happen. So, it's a game that the Cowboys definitely can win. It's a game they can pull this one out. They can have a big win, but they need to bring it, and they need to not to play the games. But before we head up out of here, dog, and I appreciate everybody in the feed from YouTube to Facebook. Continue to get those likes up on the YouTube
Excuse me.
page. I really appreciate you guys. Had a great time, man. Really loved you guys. You know how we do out here. But shout out to my dog Billy the Kid. We, like I said, we hadn't got to touch bases. He was doing his thing, but let him know what you be doing over there with Best for Business and Walt and them. Give that shout out to them guys over there. He was in the feed earlier tonight. Let him
Oh
know what
yeah,
you got going on there before we head up out of here, big dog.
yeah, guys. So it's best for business. We're on Tuesday and Thursday nights, starting. Of course, I am at Radio Guy Ray on Twitter and Instagram. Guys, please do us a big favor here. Big game. We're trying to follow the footsteps here, man. We trying to get those YouTube viewers up, man. We're trying to get those YouTube subscriptions up. Get to our YouTube page. Just go search BFB, DFW, BFB Mavs, BE Cowboys. So please subscribe, like, comment, and of course hit that bell, man, because we're keeping fresh content dropping on you all the time. So get over there, check it out. We're excited for football season. Cowboys post-game show, big game after the game. We're live for about an hour and a half. We're going live right after the game. We take calls. We want people calling in, talking to us about what they see. Let your emotions out here every game of the season, man. So make sure you're tuned in, you're locked in, you're ready to go, man. We're ready.
And there it is, and that's my dog. I got to actually go on the show live when I went back home. I had a great time with them.
Had a
They
great
don't just talk. They don't just talk Cowboys football. They talk Mavericks. They talk everything out there. So please go out there, support the YouTube channel. You know what I do. You know how I do. I said when I first started this, when I left media school, when I got out of this, I wanted to make sure my platform was a platform for other people to grow and
of
open up
course.
doors too. So I'm always make sure we always show that love to anybody that's on my show. Please go out there and support them. Go like, because my guy is a real dude. Not even with the cowboy stuff. He's just a real dude, period. So we love you
Appreciate
guys.
that.
We appreciate y'all, man, so much. Billy the Kid, I'm gonna get off here as soon as I get off of here. So I'm gonna talk to you soon. Shout out to everybody on the Facebook feed. Shout out to everybody on the YouTube feed. You know how we're gonna do. We're gonna be back during this week before Sunday, and make sure before I get off here, you check out my Sunday broadcast. I'm gonna say it one more time. Check out my Sunday broadcast. I will be doing a live play-by-play with Dallas Cowboys LA Chargers. It's going to be off the hook. It's going to be
There you
professional.
go.
It's going to be really good. Y'all going to like it. So make sure y'all start tuning in. Tune in and go support those play-by-play games that I'm going to be doing, and make sure you check out this one with the Chargers and the Cowboys as I head off here. Shout out to you. I love you guys. Shout out to you, Billy the Kid. Thank you for
Appreciate
joining in
that.
with me.
Yes,
And
sir.
we're going to rock out with my son. How about them Cowboys as we going to get this victory as we head out to Chargerland? Go support my son, Kid Columbus, KIDD, double D for titties, and Columbus. You know how we do. Peace. Love y'all. I'm out.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
How about them Cowboys? Click like Power Boys. Make you say wow boys from the QBs, PTs, LBs, and the Towel Boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Big game, first name James. He interviewed, he called the games. Silver blue, you know the name. From the Emmitt Smith to the Michael Irv. We beating skins, shooting birds. I see a Bengal snatch it out his fur. Favorite team on the planet Earth. From Monday night to Sunday church. DJ putting in the work. I'm tuning in, no need to search. Through thick and thin and good and worse. Them Cowboys, click like Power Boys. Make you say wow boys. From the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel Boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the, goddamn, they did it again. How about them Cowboys? Click like Power Boys. Make you say wow boys. From the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel Boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that silver and blue done did it again. Cowboys, click like Power Boys. Make you say wow boys. From the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel Boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the, goddamn, they did it again. How about them Cowboys? Click like Power Boys. Make you say wow boys. From the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel Boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the